And we're back. And today we're going to be looking at Astroneer. After our last few games, this one looks really shiny. We're going to go with start a new adventure. And it seems every time we load up the menu, it generates a new planet. And then when you hit new game, you just get launched down to land on the planet. Though I think there's a bunch more over there, there, and there, where we're just going to ignore those. Alright, this should land us on... What is that giant thing over there? Oh, never mind, we're missing it. The weird thing is, you keep thinking that you're further away from the ground than you really are. Then all of a sudden, you're there. As you can see, graphics on this, a little bit cartoony. Though I gotta admire the setup routine. That is some amazing capsule. Beautiful little planet. So, first things first, we are going to go over to this little thing over here. This here is what gives you all your tasks to get you started. Basically, it's what expands everything for you. No, where's our active quests? We're going to look at our active quests. Unpack Oxygenator, install Oxygenator on shelter, connect printer power to shelter. And then you have to click this button there. And then lights in the distance, we'll worry about that one in a minute. So, if we click this button, that means we've accepted this quest, or we're tracking this quest. So we have to unpack the Oxygenator, install it, and connect printer power. There they are on top of our little thingy right here. I don't know what you call that. But we need to bring this over here and plug it into the system. To do that, let's find ourselves a power plug. Say, right about there will do fine. Then you grab this cable and you plug it into your main hub. It seems to be your hub that produces everything. Or, well, it provides you with power and oxygen so long as your little blue cable remains close to it. The longer we're away from it, our oxygen levels will start to go down. You can see in our backpack there, that blue bar. That's how much oxygen we got in the tank, and the yellow thing is how much battery power we have. And when we step back in range, that all tops back up again. It seems to be infinite as well. This oxygenator looks like it fits in nice and neatly there, so that's sort of where I chuck it. I'm not sure if that's the right place for it, but hey, works for me. There we go. That completes that task. So if we go back here, where is it completed? Breathing in space. Connect tether to oxygenator and lights in this. Oh wait, no, reward. Sorry. We've actually finished these, so it gives us a reward of 1 tether and 500 bytes. And bytes is what we use for research. We'll just accept all of that. Thank you very much. Then in active, we now have breathing in space. Connect a tether to oxygenator. Right, these are the tethers that it gave us by default, and when we click those, they sort of hop right onto the top of our backpack right there. Now to actually place them, the only way I found so far is just to press T, and it drops in a tether. A tether acts as an extender so that you can go further while still being in range of everything and get your oxygen and your power delivered to your suit. And once you go too far, it snaps off. Yeah, that's another quest completed. This generator one stumped me for a while. Turns out that you have a built-in printer on your backpack. I was only using it for, where is it, small printer tethers. But you can cycle through it. It also does oxygen filters. I have no idea what they do just yet. A small canister, a small generator, which we produced. The small generator seems to run on, well, organics. Actually, leave him back in there for a minute. So what I'm doing is I'm going to chuck it onto this. It seems to provide power the whole way through the base, so theoretically if I just stick it on there, let's say, and actually let's put the organics right beside it, it should dump power onto the whole base and keep everything powered. Now I just gotta figure out, how do I know how much power is going through my base? Anyway, power generator completed. That allows us to tick this mission off the list. And that seems to give us some batteries? Okay, what are you? Small battery, well, let's go plug you into something. We simply chuck this battery on there, and in fact, let's turn on our little organic generator again. That should speed up the recharge rate. And we're actually seeing much of a difference. Turn that off. Maybe a bit. You know what? It's fine. We've got ourselves a battery. Let's find out what our next quest, I suppose, is. Okay, well, plugging in the battery and letting it charge up has given us access to the schematic for the splitter and extenders. I will have to research you. Okay, let's see. A furnace sounds good. Take a bite. We're working on it. Find and use research samples. Okay, so I'm thinking find aluminum and also find some research samples. And lithium. Okay, so off and exploring we shall go. Oh, just as I'm about to explore, there seems to be a big depression down here, but then I realized I think it might actually be a cave system. Because, you know, there's stuff down there, and I presume there's rarer stuff the deeper down you go, so let's go deeper down, I suppose. Oh, I'm gonna have to tether this, aren't I? By placing a lot of tethers, we are now deep at the bottom of this cave system. Well, I won't say the bottom, but we're definitely in a cave system. And oh my god, why is there so much debris and stuff down here that we can salvage? Also, whatever that is, which we should probably hook up power to. Let's check out these things though. Pop coral hazard. Uproot to harvest seeds. Okay. Is that hurting us? I feel like we should maybe send back a little bit further. There we go. And what do we got down here? Okay, we'll take you and research sample. More seeds. Alright, so this is where we're going to be coming to harvest stuff. Let's see what they got down here. Well, we found a big green rock. Okay, that's big. What about the research sample? We're going to want that too. You are incredibly strong, because that does not seem like it is very light. Also, it's getting in the way of our light. We might have to put this down to get back to base. God damn it. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. You can just drop the rock. And then we'll use our little... I believe it's the Alt key and right click. Or left click. And we should be able to put together ourselves a little ramp to get back up there. There we go. Or maybe not. Oh, give me a minute to play with this. Little bit of wiggling here and there, and I think we're good. Our little Superman here is going to carry this all the way back to base. I can't wait till we get vehicles and we can actually drive. That's one good research sample dropped off. How long will that take? 6 minutes? Seriously, the seed took about 5, and you're going to do this in about 6 minutes 15? Alright, fair enough. Let's drop off some resources and go back down for some more. While messing about, I decided to take this little portable generator and plug it into this thing. The debris that seems to be abandoned place, held F to open. And it gives us a soil centrifuge. Extracts common natural resources from canisters of soil. Shredder recycles debris and unwanted items to create scrap. Trade platform trades for notable resources and items. Okay. Crafting? Okay. Well, let's see what we got in here then, shall we? You got research sample technology, F to scan. Bytes gained, updates, okay. Is that it? It works for me. Back in the Cave of Wonders, we have another one of these little pod thingies. So I went back up and grabbed ourselves a little power generator. Where do we stick that thing? Wait, I thought it did. Ah, there we go. So we'll just chuck that down there. And we can grab... Nope. We can grab a cable from that and plug it in. Done, right? Nope. Turn it on. Done. Now it'll take a minute or so to refill, and then we can find out what tasty goodies they've got in here as well. We get a research sample. We gained a bunch of bytes. Okay. That's fine. Anyway, you go back in the suit. Let's do some more exploration around here. There seems to be a bunch of other special resources around. Where was that stuff we found earlier? Ah, this over here. I believe that's going to get us aluminum or something like that. And if we check on backpack, what's this stuff called? Laterite. Laterite aluminum material. Perfection. Now, let's extend a few things out here, and ooh, there's plenty of fun resources here, and we should be able to scrap and destroy some of this for usage later. Oh no, let me extend the tethers first before I accidentally suffocate myself. Looks like we actually found a whole large platform down here. So we can take that with us back home. We've got a lot of resources already collected. Oh, where did I put my tethers? Yeah, I think we'll take that platform back home with us and all of these newly acquired stuff. We've also got our hands on some carbon as well. I think it's time we got into some smelting. And maybe, you know, a level 2 power production facility. After bringing this back to the surface, it's time to start moving on with our quest lines. Though, what is it? This is one thing I like. I realized there's this little side pull-out handle here. Let's see. Click on this, you can see that yellow handle. That's your missions, and this is actually your research over here. There's other buttons to get to them, but I like the way it's just sort of built into your backpack, like an all-in-one. Okay, next up we're going to take though is smelteringly hot. Unlock and print a smelting furnace and refine aluminum from laterite, which I'm probably mispronouncing. But over here we've got your research, and it researches for all the different sizes. So for example, this is for your small printer, as in the one built into your backpack. This is for the medium printer, and if I believe this is the medium. Oh, no, that's the small printer, never mind. And then what we want to do is go in here. And I want to actually do this smelter. Where is it? Auto extractor, shelter. Nope, wrong one. Under large printer, we want to get smelting furnace. It costs 250 bytes, of which we have 4,000 and something, whatever. We have plenty of space. Now let's go see if we can't print a smelter right about now. This should be the machine for doing it. There we go. Smelting furnace requires 2 resin and 1 compound. We will lock that in, and then we'll load the sucker up. I might have to go grab some extras. You, go in there. Is it 2 resin and 1 compound, or is it 2 compound and 1 resin? Never mind, we got that. You, and done. Perfect. We'll come back in a few minutes once the smelter's finished. While we're waiting for that to print, let's have a quick look over here at, well, these things. I planted these from down in the caves, and when I started, normally when you dig them up, they're just supposed to explode, but I'm finding, well, big blobs of chewing gum underneath them, which is weird. Am I meant to find that stuff? Well, it looks like we got plenty of research stuff for the foreseeable future. Which reminds me, I have to... Oh, excellent, that's done. Smelting furnace. Let's see where we're going to put this sucker. It would appear it only fits on one of the big platforms, so let's unpack this sucker and see what we get. Okie dokie. Used to convert natural resources into refined resources. Well, we know exactly what we want to put on there first, and that would be the laterite. Okay. And we turn you on, and... Alright, it starts consuming this stuff down. Where's your output? Oh, there we go. I'm blind. It's right here on the front of it, the nozzle. Okay then, this is also going to use a lot of power. Let me do a little bit of research here on what kind of power resources we can get. I think we should be building something a little bit more sustainable than running on organics. I may have wandered off on the side and done a few things. Namely just, well, enhanced our storage quite a bit because we just had a lot of resources I was going around harvesting. And maybe smelted up a few things. There's some more ceramic. We make that out of clay. We can definitely find clay on this planet, though there are a few things we are missing, and it seems we're going to have to travel to other planets to get them. Or, well, that's my theory so far, from what I can read of the tech tree. We have found this down in the caves, a medium power generator. These things are really handy at this stage. It burns refined carbon, or carbon, and it produces about 9 U's, which is far superior to our little portable generator one, which produces 2. And to make it, all you do is you chuck some organics into this, and the organics come out as carbon. It turns into 1-to-1 ratio, so we have a whole bunch of carbon over there, and it's all getting turned into, well, power. That allows us to charge up our battery system over here. One we got from a present from the device, one we made out of zinc, and the other one we got because we found it down in the caves. There's a lot of stuff to find down there. While skimming through the tech tree, I found these small solar power generators, which, well, they cost copper, so we can't really build those. We haven't found copper yet. But I have found small wind turbines. These things we can build, and they generate 1.5 U's. So I'd like to build a couple of these. We should be able to tack them onto our grid and at least provide a little bit of a power bonus, because currently, while this research thing is running, our power just goes down, unless I turn on this over here. But I haven't found a way to automate that just yet. I can see some tech for doing that, but it's a fair distance away and we don't have the materials to use it. I think a couple of wind generators might help us out here. So it turns out those little wind turbines do help out, though wind power is, well, flighty to say the least, so it will come on and off. We'll have some batteries over here to help even out the flow. Actually, how much zinc do we have? Maybe we could make a few more batteries. Turns out I'm a silly Billy, and there's actually a medium wind turbine. Medium wind turbine produces about 5 U's and is... yeah, it's just better. It's just way better than the 2 smaller ones I was using. I haven't actually got rid of those. They're over there as well, but that should help keep our power up. I've also added on an extra small battery, though we need to get up to lithium so that we can produce bigger batteries, which means I should probably go back here to these things. Ooh, what's our rewards? Master of Unboxing. Unlock an EXO research aid. They give us a buggy? Well, that's... I really should have unlocked that earlier, shouldn't I? Okay, let's unpack it. Cool, cool. Can we get in? Doesn't seem to be a seat. Wait a minute. I know where there's a seat. There's one right in, built into this thing, isn't it? Rover seat. You need 2 compound. Well, I think we got you covered here, buddy. There we go. Turns out you can just pick up the resources so long as you have them in your backpack. If this is activated to build something, it'll just rip them right out of your backpack to build it. And done. Come on. Hurry up. I want to go for a drive. Nice. Oh, Jesus. The camera system in this, the moment you pick something up, it goes all sorts of wonky. Yeah, there we go. Can you slot in there? I do believe you can. That's a weird thing. So you get a buggy, but you don't get a seat with it? Fair enough. F to enter. I'm gonna have to figure out battery power for this, aren't I? Say hello to the new and improved buggy. It comes with its own built-in power and a power supply. Let's hop in. Question is, how far can we go before we run out of oxygen? Probably not very far. Oh, we can drive right through several of the things. Oh, research items. Oh, we can't actually research them inside. Do we need those? No, but it was at least a reason to get in the buggy. Okay, this definitely could drastically increase our range, though I would still be hesitant about running out of oxygen along the way. Okay, you know what? Let's go back. Actually, pretty handy to drive as well. It seems to have a fair amount of juice to it. Where's our home base? Yeah, I have a terrible sense of direction, don't I? How do I tell what our oxygen levels are like? Oh, wow. So our oxygen levels don't go down while we're in this? Oh, that's amazing. That's perfect. Oh, wow. Time to go on a bit of an explore, methinks. However, before we get a little bit too crazy, let's go have a quick look at our missions. Retooling. Unlock print and attach boost mod to terrain tool. Unlock print and attach drill mod to terrain tool. Okay. Going through the research tree under, well, small, we can find the boost mod, which requires 1 zinc. That we can do. And then we've also got the drill mod here. Upgrade drilling strength to handle hard terrain surfaces attached to the terrain tool to activate. That costs ceramic, which, yes, we can also afford. And I believe they should be down here. That's oxygen filter, small canister, small generator. Here we go. Boost mod. Okay, let me grab the resources for these. That should be the second drill mod. Now, I presume we have to attach these on somehow. Okay, boost mod. Drill mod? Perfect. Let's see what they actually do to it. You. Oh, that's actually way faster. Okay, that works. So, where were we? Oh yes, claiming our prizes. This gives us access to the soil centrifuge. Now this, I think, allows us to... Oh, I think this allows us to turn dirt into resin, which would really simplify a bunch of our production needs. And I really wish I could make concrete. Let's just dump this sucker over here and plug it into whatever's around. Do we need to mount this in something first? Yeah, we're going to need to mount this on something. Hold on while I make a platform. That's what it's looked like mounted up. And we've plugged it into here, which is then in turn and plugged back into our hub, which is somehow connected to our power grid. Yes, I know, it's a horrific mess. But now we should be able to grab this soil. If we just dump it there, it should automatically get... Right, looks like I need more soil, don't I? 1 minute, I'm just going to go dig up some ground. Here's a second blob of soil for you. Is that enough? Oh, come on. How about now? Is that it? Seriously? What is up with you? F to examine. Okay, can produce either 8 compound, 8 resin, 8 organic, 6 clay, 4 quartz, 2 graphite, 1 ammonium? Wait, we can produce graphite or... Okay, so this is how we get some of the rare materials. I was wondering how we get some of these things. I'm not actually sure what we'd use the graphite or the ammonium for. But I think we won't act... you know what, let's print the graphite for now. Yeah, go for it. Alright. And then it just does its centrifuge thing and off it goes. Okay. And that eats into our power supply something shocking. It's fine, probably. And this is what graphite looks like. Right, we'll find a use for that, but I think it's time we headed on to the next mission. And where did one of the batteries go? Oh yeah, I stuck it in the rover. The next mission is to print a tractor. Tractor and shredders are good for transporting items and resources. Alright. Alright, let me get up our research screen here, and under the small one as well, it seems to have the tractor section, which, pretty cheap, 1,000 bytes, we'll take it. And then all it takes is 2 aluminum to print it. Give me a couple of seconds while I figure out which printer prints this sucker. I'm guessing it's the medium one. Say hello to the tractor. I think this might be actually even more useful than the buggy. You can attach a trailer onto the end of it and drive it about the place. Now, I think what we're going to do here is attach even more trailers. As far as I'm aware, you can hook up 3 to this sucker. So we should be able to do that. Alright, let's drive this forward a bit. Still working? Oh yeah. We can use this to go around and harvest lots of resources. Oh, this is so much more convenient. Okay. Oh yes. Now we just need to put a few platforms on there and we'll be at the start of an actual harvesting campaign. This is the design I've eventually decided upon. We're going to stick a big wind turbine on the back just to give us a mobile source of power. This thing doesn't seem to generate a lot of it. It has rechargeable batteries though, so this should recharge the whole system and recharge us, because we got to worry about running out of power while we're out there as well. We can just be able to hop onto this and then we can go a-driving. Don't know exactly what we're looking for just yet, but I'm sure we'll find something. After some minor modifications to our vehicle, which honestly look pretty awesome, we stuck the wind turbine on the front of it. I decided to take a different route. We're going to head towards that purple thingy on the map. What it is, no idea. But I suppose we should find out, assuming we can avoid all the giant holes I dug around the place. I really wish I'd left some paths for myself. This system is both good and bad. One, we're able to come out here and harvest a bunch of stuff, but the bad side is I can't really bring these research items back unless I leave some stuff behind. For example, if I stick that on the trailer, I'd have to remove that. I think we're going to do 2 runs. You know what? We'll leave this here, we'll leave a beacon here, and we'll come back for all this stuff. This should give us more than enough research to carry us into the mid-game. That is one hell of a research haul. We are not going to be running short of research for a while. Still have to come back, though. There's something up there that I want to go visit. Though, I don't think I can take the tractor up there. It's going to be awkward. We might have to run up and back really quickly. I think one of the things I like about this game is the exploration aspect. You do get to wander around an awful lot of random places, and this tractor is pretty sure-footed, but I do have to keep an eye out for, well, all the ravines and stuff you could fall in. I think if a tractor goes down there, there's no way I'm getting it back out again. Alright, but let's see if we can't climb up this mountain. Not with the tractor, just with ourselves. We'll have a quick gander up there and then come right back down again. Well, what do we have here then? Why do I feel like I'm just a clone and I'm amongst a whole bunch of other clones who have been sent here who have all, you know, died horribly? What is this? Okay, let's dig you out. Oh, it looks like there's a power plug on this sucker. Cable plug? Oh, okay, so we should bring a power source up here. I shall be back in a moment. Let's slide. Oh, no, that's the wrong way. Down here. Yeah, we're almost out of oxygen. I should probably make some oxygen tethers. From what I can see, you can produce these things called oxygen filters, though they do require resin. Oh, damn it. Wait, there's some resin right over there. We'll just go grab some resin, and that should allow us to temporarily produce enough oxygen to get us, let us hang around that thing on top for a while. Resin acquired. Let's produce ourselves some of these oxygen filters. Alright, they should slot in up there. And it provides a temporary increase to your oxygen capacity. Perfect. Well, temporary is all we need. We want to run up to the top here. Oh. And then once we get to the top, plug in a few wind turbines to whatever that thingy is at the top. Then we have to hope that the wind kicks in at some point. Oop, come on. Ah. Seriously, how did I make it up here the first time without dying? Okay, there we go. You need power, right? Oop. So if we just grab, say, a couple of wind turbines here. You're good, and you're good. We can plug those in like that. Nope, wrong one. And one in there like that. And we do have a third turbine in case we need it. We just need a little bit of wind. Come on. Just a little bit. Here, 3 turbines. That should give more than enough power to get this started. Hopefully. Does not seem to be working. We might want to come back with more power in a bit. Namely because we're almost out of oxygen. Ah! Time to slide. Ooh. Nope, that might sting a little bit. Ooh, walk it off, walk it off. I'll figure it out in a bit. I'll come back with more power. Alright, so I'm an idiot. This is a solar panel, and this actually produces power. So we should be plugging that into our base. I think I can organize something along those lines. We'll just have to run some really long power cables. I've already got a little bit of a start on that. Ow, ow, ow. Oof. Yeah, playing with mountains is not as fun as it looks sometimes. Who am I kidding? The sliding down is actually awesome. I've actually run out of time at that point. I really wanted to somehow run a cable out to that solar panel, but it seems I need copper for that, and copper I have to go to another planet. I think the next step here in this is, yeah, relocation package. Unlock a print package, and then after that we want to go to parts unknown, so print a small shuttle. There seems to be, like, if you want to get tungsten, we have to go to Desalo or Calidor, which I presume are planets that are, yeah, see that one? Yeah, there's like 4 other planets up there in the sky. I presume we have to fly there, set up another base there, and use the resources from that. Well, and extract the resources we need from there and probably bring them back here, or go to other planets as well to get even more resources. I like how they've configured this. It's actually, well, after the last few games, having a really good tutorial like this that just stands in front of you and goes, hey, try this next, it helps. I mean, you don't have to follow it all. You can sidestep and do a few random things, but yeah, quite enjoyable. We'll see. I do think that exploration plays more of a role than I've really been recording. It's just you spend a lot of time wandering around these tunnels and then building little walkways to get places, and oh, I should not be sliding down this fast. And then when you get down there, you end up having to run tethers the whole way. Though I haven't found... There's a few things I found a little inconvenient about this. One is placing tethers. The only way I found to do it is you just press T to drop a tether, but then you can't really place it at maximum distance unless you experiment and go, oh, there's where it's supposed to go. There's no real way, like running power poles or something like that, to just run tethers quickly. A little bit of a downside, I suppose, but it's not the worst thing in the world. There is a whole bunch of sensors and automation in here, like battery sensors for turning stuff on and off. Where's the other one? Storage sensors for activating things. There's also some automated arms that go around, like, where is it? I built one earlier, just never really got around to using it much. This thing over here, it can move things from one area to another. So there is a whole bunch of automation you can get into later in the game. Just require resources that currently are on, well, other planets we have to fly to. Also, this is my little power brick I made for fun. I just stuck a whole bunch of these onto a whole bunch of small wind turbines onto one platform, and it generates more power than one of these, though it is a hell of a lot more expensive to use. I don't know. There's a few random things I think you could do with this, and there is some potential here in this game. We'll see. For now, the only game left on the list is Starsector. That one is going to be interesting. I've only seen Seth's review of it, but it's supposedly an interesting enough game to play. Whether or not I'll be able to get much out of it in one day, we'll see. After Starsector goes up, I'll put up the poll for all the games. I'll give it like 24 hours just so everyone's had a good look at all the games, and then we can just, we'll see what the vote it comes in at. Anyway, this was Astroneer. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.